The Zone of Interest is here on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, released by A24. It can be found at the A24 web store as an exclusive. Every so often, a film comes along that evokes certain emotions, and how the movie itself is executed in a very unique way. The Zone of Interest is a movie that will certainly not be necessarily a highly rewatchable film for most, but it is one that should be seen nonetheless. The casualness of how our characters act in their day-to-day lives amidst the terrible things happening on the other side of the wall is both fascinating and disturbing. This is a recommendation to watch, but I can certainly see how it wouldn't be for everyone. The Zone of Interest on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray has an aspect ratio of 178:1. It was finished at a 4K digital intermediate, and it supports HDR10. As to not bury the lead, the transfer for the film is nothing short of outstanding from start to finish. The film is exceptionally clean, and details show impressive depth with razor-sharp clarity. The disc's encoding looks fairly strong with healthy bit rates. The 4K DI offers startling definition with not only close-ups benefiting, but mid-level and occasional far-away shots also able to reveal the finer details. Textures are seriously that good as they are practically lifelike. As we never really get to see the horrors within the camp itself, we are left with the beautiful nature of the world on the other side of the fence, such as the family's garden and trips to the river, which offer stunning cinematography which are nicely enhanced with HDR. The film's palette is gorgeous, which is understandably uncomfortable to think of given the events happening during the film, but its presentation is no less impressive. Whites are perfectly stable and don't succumb to blooming, and skin tones are natural in appearance. Black levels are impressive as well, with deep night scenes and shadowy interiors. They convey their proper intent effectively. There is no black crush spotted as shadow detail is nicely on point. The Zone of Interest on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray supports a German Dolby Atmos audio mix, which of course folds down to a Dolby True HD 7.1. There is also English subtitles. The fact that this film won Best Oscar for sound design is no accident, as the Dolby Atmos is both beautiful and unsettling. When we first meet Rudolph and his family, the sounds of nature permeate through the surround environment with birds chirping, wind blowing, and the gentle passage of the river. It's when we return to their home, we are met with the constant low-level rumble of the incinerators, which is nearly present throughout the film. This movie was tailor-made for multi-channel theater environments, and for those with Dolby Atmos setups, you're going to get quite an experience. I'm sorry to say, watching a film like this using TV speakers is doing yourself a massive disservice. Height activity is not the most prominent I've heard, but there is some light ambience in the form of nature and other elements which further pull you into the overall movie. As for the mid-level and rears, when the family goes about their day-to-day lives, within and outside of their home, there are occasional disturbing audio cues in the form of distant screaming, a gunshot, cries, shouting, and other horrible acts that are heard but not seen. As we get towards the back end of the film, the surround environment becomes a bit less in its overall delivery, and the track itself is more front-focused. This is definitely not a fault of the sound design, and very much what I believe is an intentional choice. Dialogue is clean and easy to hear with no source-related issues. The low end is probably the most prominent feature used during the film, as the aforementioned constant rumbling is heard both day and night during the events of the movie. Occasional other audio cues such as train arrivals also provide some heft, as do the opening and closing score beats. Speaking of which, when the screen fades to black at the end, the audio is nothing short of nightmare fuel, especially if you have your home theater volume cranked all the way up. As far as bonus materials go, there are a few pieces of note. One of the highlights is the 30-plus minute making of documentary called Filming Zone. This is an interesting one, as it can be viewed as sort of an ASMR kind of experience, or with the optional audio commentary from the film's various creatives. There is also a short interview and a recording of sunbeams. For the picture quality, I'm going to give The Zone of Interest on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray an A+. Despite the terrible nature of the film, the transfer is nothing short of breathtaking and visually one of the best of the year. The palette pops with intensity and the overall image is very clean. If you want to add this film to your collection, definitely spring for the 4K. For the audio, I scored this one an A+. This award-winning Dolby Atmos has some of the most well-placed and disturbing audio cues in recent memory. Every bit of the sound design has purpose and each moment has meaning. If you are an audiophile, this is an absolute must-listen. For the extras, I graded them a B. Not a whole lot as far as quantity goes in regard to the bonus materials, but the making of is a unique one and well worth checking out. As tough as the film is in a narrative sense, it's very interesting to just see what went into making it. So that is my review of The Zone of Interest on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray from A24. If you would like to pick up a copy for yourself, I will leave a direct link to the A24 website, but if you have the disc already, let me know your thoughts down below. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.